recording.
I know you don't like it when I'm taller than you.
I don't like when you're taller than me.
Cool. Yeah, haircut too. And we're live, and everyone heard that.
Live. You do need a haircut, though.
I know I
That's
do.
why you're wearing a hat.
No, I wear a hat anyway, but... Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Rise and Grind.
Wonderful.
It's been a couple weeks, I think, right? We weren't here last week because you were traveling.
Oh, yeah, I was in Arizona.
Arizona. Episode 25. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's more than that.
No, 23, 24,
25. All right.
Quarter of the way to 100.
Quarter of the way
But
to 100.
also, like, if we did this every other week,
It'd be a year.
A year.
It's been close to a year anyway. I mean, I think...
Yeah, it has been about close to a year. And we have some months where we do it all the time. We have some months where we
don't, because we're busy.
We don't, because of life, but...
That's what we're here for, life.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
How's your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was good. Got to spend it with family, local. I didn't have to go very far, which is cool. People had to travel to us. I think this is my first Thanksgiving, like, mindful of what nutrition looks like. And I'm just looking at my plate. I'm like, I'm eating 1,000 grams of carbs right now.
Like potatoes,
stuffing.
stuffing.
I was just like potatoes,
bread,
stuffing,
more potatoes,
rolls, green beans,
gravy.
I'm like, oh my god, it's all carbs.
Cranberry.
It's all it is. Cranberry sauce, all of it.
Every
and I'm
single
like,
thing
everyone
on your
thinks. I was like, Thanksgiving is not about the turkey.
Did you eat your vegetable?
It's about I ate my vegetables.
That's good.
It's about the carbs, dude. All you eat is all day is carbs, and then dessert rolls out. What is
That's
this?
why everyone's like, there's tryptophan in turkey, and it makes
No. It's just because you ate freaking 700.
And then did you have dessert?
Yeah,
Were there
yeah,
carbs in your dessert?
Yeah, it was apple pie with cinnamon ice cream.
So you got your fruits in?
Oh yeah, it was nuts, dude. Anyhow,
that's good. I went up to Door County with my family, girlfriend. We had a Thanksgiving hike.
Okay,
which is awesome.
Hike.
Before you pound the Thanksgiving carbs, you should definitely go on a Thanksgiving hike to
get the metabolism going.
No, you're just priming the digestive system to consume that much food.
Got it.
It had nothing to do with like burning calories before. I just wanted to be able to maximize how much food I ate. That was my general idea of it. Anyways, if you're on the video, you should throw up a thumbs up or something cool like that.
Shares, hearts, likes.
I think like Facebook customizes your emojis now that you can send based on like your popular ones, but I'm not sure.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
So yesterday, and this is going to be the topic of episode 25. Sorry, I need coffee. We came back from Door County, and then I went over to one of Amy's friends' houses, and her friend asked me, like, why, like, what do you like most about teaching martial arts or about martial arts or, just along those lines. And it really started getting me thinking of, like, why I like doing what I do. Mm-hmm. Not why I necessarily do what I do, but, like, why do I find it so enjoyable?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it's a very interesting question that I just don't ask myself enough. And I think that answer's changed over time.
Yeah.
Like, remember when we first started the gym, it was literally Fight Club?
Yeah, it's literally Fight Club. Just I want to find a place where I can go wrestle people.
Yeah, we just wanted to wrestle people, and we started doing it at Foreman Fitness. Mm-hmm. And then we bought a shady old auto shop and set up a lamp and puzzle mats. Were you there the first night when we just all we had was a lamp?
Yeah.
Like, we didn't know how to turn on the lights yet, or we didn't have, like, light bulbs in the ceiling, so we put on a lamp
from
someone's
just
house.
Mats on a concrete floor with I think you guys had a rack, all right? Like you moved in with like a homemade cubby system.
Maybe.
And then there was puzzle mats on the ground.
Maybe. I think there's still like a wall that we had to tear down still on the first night. But nevertheless, like, when I first started it, it was, I did it because I just wanted to do more training with more people and just kind of like spread training because I thought Fight Club was fun.
I thought Fight Club was fun.
So let's just continue Fight Club.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously that like evolved over the years. Like, let's get a bigger Fight Club. But, and like, and like, 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 like in more recent times, that totally flipped, like why we do what we do, right? Over time, we got more into kids. We got better adult curriculums in places. We started competition teams. And, if I really take a step back and look why I like what I do, you can see how that directly has impacted the direction of the business and the direction of where the dojo's been going.
Oh, I think that
and where our program's been
just
going.
in the past 2 years.
Yeah, so I think if you're able to, align your passions and purpose, and we've talked about this before, aligning that stuff with what your outcome is and like where you want to be, this is a real powerful thing that you can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my question for you, and I'll answer why I like teaching martial arts, but why do you like
teaching martial arts?
I mean,
it just...
I threw you on the gun because I just
ever since I was a little kid, one of those, how you project on little kids and like, you're gonna make a great X, you're gonna be a good this kind of thing, like maybe it's, I don't know, a teacher or engineer or whatever it was, but everyone, my mom said
I was gonna be an architect because I would just build Lincoln Logs and Legos all the time,
that kind of stuff. My mom always thought I was gonna be a teacher. She always thought I was going to be a teacher, and she's like, I don't know, I still think you should look into being a teacher. Like, even when I was a construction driver, she's like, when I wasn't like it, she's like, you should be a teacher. And I was like, I don't know the route that I'm going to go through to become a teacher, Mom. And then I started helping out with a little kids class. And I remember the first day I got into it because I wanted to meet the coaches, like Coach Steve. It was a day where it was a Monday.
Yeah.
It was Monday, and Coach Steve was teaching, and I was like, no, I just want to get you, like, I want to help out.
I was probably there, because I think I was teaching at that point in time, but I was probably running around the gym crazy trying to do a billion things.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm just going to, I'll help out. My little brother's going to be starting, and, this will this will be good for me. And then it just started, like, building, and I started gathering an interest in it, and I'm like, I kind of really like this. Like, I like being Coach Talon. Like, I think I'm good at this. And then it turned into something like, I am good at this. I have a responsibility to do this. Like, I should, make an effort to do this more. And I started taking over the program, and you started, making, like, I remember the group chats, like, make sure Talon teaches tonight. Like, and so it became like this, I have all this energy that I didn't know how to share, and now I have a means of sharing it.
That's cool.
I have a way of giving back into the community in a way that I wasn't able to before. And it's a really, really awesome way to, I don't know, share yourself, I think is what it is.
Nice. Would you say you took the step?
I took the step. Yeah.
Sure.
I remember when I was like, okay, I was in the middle of like customizing.
I wore the shirt
schedule
today just because I knew it was going to fit into your spot.
Yeah,
I didn't.
And I made the call, and I'm like, I'm gonna work less and do this more. And it's
you're talking about like last week?
No, just in general.
Oh, in general.
Like, because when I was I was in between opportunities.
Yeah, like the mechanics.
Yeah,
stuff.
my boss left us, and I was like, okay, well, that sucks. So I was like, okay, time to go get another job, and I'm like, but wait, what kind of job should I get? So I like factored it out, and I'm like, I'm gonna go take the serving job because it'll allow me to coach every day.
Yeah, and allow you to just like start doing your passion and potentially start a career doing it.
And who knew that would be the thing? And now we're better than ever. Exploded.
Now we're doing even more now because now you're kind of reducing time there.
Yeah.
Increasing time here as of last week.
Making the transition to really commit to this place and see how far we can.
Starting our first kids competition, jiu-jitsu competition class today. Specific jiu-jitsu competition class. And then in January, starting 4 and 5-year-old classes, which are going to be wild.
So much fun. I'm so excited.
Wild.
I'm super excited. And plus, then just having the day to like work on the program, like to patch the holes.
Yeah, growth or make it better, make it so people learn faster.
Oh yeah,
people are more effective at the martial arts. There's a lot of stuff that you can do to increase the program.
Because right now,
So what keeps you going on like the daily basis? Like what do you see? Because I know why you do it, but why do you really do it?
Why do I
like? What are the stories that you hear that really keep you going?
like? Of course, the RE getting out of occupational therapy.
Yeah,
It's phenomenal. The I think what was it?
it was just
Aiden's bully story keeps me going. That's awesome. The fact that I wish like my whole goal with who I am as a coach is being the person I wish I had in my corner when I was that age.
that's awesome.
I want to be the person that I didn't have when I was at all of those steps of the way, and I try to turn myself into the person I think I needed. So like I for like the little girls or whatever, I want them to believe that they can breathe fire. And I want the little boys to not be afraid of standing up to bullies and protecting other people. Same thing with the girls. That's actually all of my students. I want them to believe all that. But I want them to have confidence, and I want them to have friends, and I want them to like have a place where it's cool to be like wherever they are. Like
Katie Butler said, "You're awesome and would make a fabulous teacher."
oh,
You're a fabulous teacher. You just teach martial
I
arts.
just teach martial arts.
And Ken Weisensell said, "Mama said I was going to be a lawyer. So wrong. Mama lied."
Mama lied.
Kenny turned out to be an IT farmer.
IT farmer. It's the 21st farming in the 21st century.
21st century farming. That's excellent. I'm curious, like, it's always fun hearing, like, what people thought they were going to be when they were going to grow up, like what their parents thought they were going to be and what they actually ended up as. Pretty fascinating.
It is crazy.
I mean, I still like building stuff. Like,
don't get me wrong. I just
like my mom tells me an architect. I don't architect buildings. I architect passion and lives.
Yeah,
and
it's
all
crazy.
That stuff.
So what? Now he's the ringleader. I'm the face of the program, but he's the Svengali behind the scenes. Why do you do what you do? You just like watching all the.
It was interesting. I didn't first start teaching our kids program. Like it was, Greg was doing an amazing job with it, with our judo program. And I wanted to get more involved as I was like trying to grow the business and impact more people. I was like, I need to know how this works.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard for me to know how it works unless I'm teaching it. So I started teaching our kids program. And then after I kind of taught it and I worked out kinks, both from like a curriculum standpoint and a business standpoint and how we can develop kids, right? Because you need to be able to always be bringing in new students, but keeping it so the higher students have something that keeps them interested. And that was something that we struggled with for a really long time is like our kids team got so good, it got hard for new students to come in.
Yeah.
And that's a trouble with the program. Like once you have an established program, you need to start having different levels to it or different layers to it. And, that's why I initially started getting into kids, but was more on the business end and just like, how do I grow this thing? But then I realized I started to see the impact that it makes in the kids' lives. Like whether it be more confidence or they're having better focus or their parents are coming to me and saying like, they don't have to have their ADD medicine anymore. Or, awesome. It's crazy how many just like mini stories and, faces change. Like you see parents have more time because they don't have to ask their kids to do things a million times. Everything's just like everyone's more genuinely happy. It's just really cool to see. And that's really why I started getting much more into the non-fight club jiu-jitsu and started to see like what martial arts can actually do for people. But now I'm at this point in time where like if I want to help more people, I need to help people like you. I need to help my other instructors become better instructors, give them places in the program to help them grow, right? You love teaching and you want to teach more. Like I can't have you teach more if I'm teaching all the time. Like you need to be the teaching. So I need to create those opportunities for you, right? So like my time is better spent trying to find the 4 and 5-year-olds to enroll for our new class.
Yeah.
Like you worry about teaching it, I'll worry about getting the 4 and 5-year-olds into the class.
And it's a good partnership.
We need to get more instructors. Like we need to have someone to help you teach that 4 and 5-year-old class. So opening up opportunities for other people who want to make martial arts a potential job or a career, right? We have so many teenagers in our program now. We're like, if I was if I was a teenager and someone said you can teach jujitsu and get paid,
What?
that'd be ridiculous.
That is
Like,
ridiculous.
I worked in
I
a
mean,
restaurant growing up and I loved it. I thought it was an amazing opportunity. And I did landscape stuff, but to just teach jujitsu before you do jujitsu class and get paid for it is an awesome opportunity that I could create for people.
I forgot what the conversation was, but it got in. It was talking about the business, right? And I don't like, it's just like I don't necessarily like seeing what I do as a product, but when I asked me to define it as a product, my product is strong, confident kids, and that's a good product.
Yeah,
that's an awesome product. Like if that's what you do, like
those are benefits, man.
Who doesn't want a strong, powerful, like confident kid who also listens to directions?
And there's so many like facets of the word confident, right? Confident helps with listening directions because you can make a confident decision, right? You can be the confident kid who stands up for themselves. You can be the confident adult who asks for a promotion or who has the confidence to quit a career and start a new one. You can have the confidence to reach out to people to make new friends or to reunite with old friends. Like it's such a powerful thing to have. And it's really cool to be able to
I feel like a lot of
kids
will get like afraid of like doing things. You know what I mean? So like once you teach them that like first of all, you can do it. Second of all, if you mess up, I'm right here to help you. And third of all, you can keep doing it until like you get good at it and it'll work. So like the confidence to follow directions, like you said, sometimes kids get frozen and they need their hand held every step of the way. And once you start teaching them that they can, listen to these things and they can actually produce results.
Yeah.
Their interest goes up. They get much better at, just about everything. I can't tell you how many notes I have.
But I think like, the coolest thing.
The coolest.
This is going to be the coolest thing.
The coolest thing
is like shared outcomes is a concept that, I've heard before that like, if you help someone else get their outcome, it helps you get your outcome.
Okay.
Like you helping a kid get confident helps your confidence
in
your program. And when you're confident in your program, then I'm more confident in you. And then it's just like this ripple effect. So just helping other people helps yourself. And, I don't think that we look at it that way enough, right? A lot of times people look at helping other people and it's just helping other people. You don't realize the impact that makes on you as an individual and the other people around you and how it just works upstream, but also circular. It's weird.
Upstream and circular. Wow. Crazy.
I don't know.
But it's a good life, I gotta say. That's what drives me to do this and keep me going. Keep being Coach Talon.
Awesome.
I love the kids. I love what I do. And who doesn't want I want each one of my ideas. Like I set out an army of students in whatever classroom they're in, wherever they're at in the community.
A tournament. We just sent an army to a tournament. Our kids just like did amazing.
They did great. Don't get me wrong.
Too.
That was the actual army. But like this one is like now in like classrooms all over Ozaki County. There's at least one student in that classroom that's in my program who has the bulk of the lion's share of the students. But there's going to be a kid in that classroom that's confident in participating, that is confident in themselves, who's willing to make friends with the people who don't have any, who's willing to stand up against the bullies, and
even standing up for their friends,
just in general, and talk to them. We're putting leaders out there, and that's so important. And there's very few
cool
ways of doing that.
Cool. So upcoming stuff.
We
talked about our competition class today. Super pumped for that. We're not going to be in the parade today. We decided to start a competition class instead. We have our 4 and 5-year-old classes starting in January, starting like a whole new generation of instilling confidence in kids. We have our self-defense
on the
8th.
And make sure you go to that.
And then our next Rise and Grind will probably also be on the 8th, I think. So next weekend you're competing.
Next weekend I'm not competing. Next weekend I'm in
the first. I thought you're competing.
The first I'm in Arizona.
Oh yeah, next weekend you're in Arizona. The 8th you're competing.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
So
ninth.
Rise and Grind is not going to be.
No.
that weekend.
Well, I mean, you could have it without me.
yeah.
That's fine. You're allowed to. You've done it before.
Maybe we will.
It would like actually. You know what? We should do something comparable to this episode. But Keith has some very, very interesting
I wish I could like turn the camera with Jedi
reasons.
Force.
There's a gentleman in audience. He's in audience he's behind the scenes every Saturday for the most part. He's got some incredible reasons for doing what he does.
Come on over.
Yeah, come on over.
Hang out.
Actually,
You did your hair for it. No, you can stay here too.
I can stay here too.
You can just squat.
In the squat. Oh, he's really tall. But anyhow,
I'll go in between to make it look awkward.
There you
Behind the
go.
scenes every
This
day.
is our guy Keith.
He's been on guests in episodes.
So I remember we were just talking about the story. Keith is into MAT, muscle activation therapy. That's
Techniques.
Muscle activation techniques.
Techniques.
Okay. And you got into it because of your father. You want to speak?
Oh yeah, it's an interesting story. So
You should give the sneak of the story so we could give the big story
yeah,
next time.
yeah. So just overview real quick. Went to school for strength and conditioning at La Crosse. Great, fun program. Was in that career for about 6 years, and realized that what I was doing may not have been as good as what I thought. I was at it, and because we were working with professional athletes who are genetic freaks. So they're like, oh man, we're getting these great results. Like all of our guys are doing really well at the NFL Combine, blah blah blah, but yet they're just amazing people and amazing athletes. So you don't know if your training techniques were really that good, or if they were just going to get better from getting kicked in the nuts.
Yeah,
they're just. So we get back, and my father at the time, Jen and I had been married for 5 years. He was diagnosed with ALS, and literally at our 5-year wedding anniversary, I dropped everything and came back to Wisconsin, and I just almost completely quit my career because I didn't think it worked. Because I tried to do the same stuff with people like you and me, and it just didn't work. Tasty coffee.
Good. I ran out.
So yeah, when you hear the entire story on that, I wanted to find stuff that worked, and it took me a solid probably 20 years to get to this point. And it was funny because there was all these glitzy, glamoury marketing strategies in the health and wellness space, and nothing worked as well as just doing the work and finding out what helped each individual person. So
it's awesome.
Yeah. It's cool.
So he's at Body Activation LLC on Bear Road in Mequon, right by Libby, Montana's. If you're local, I don't trust anyone else with my body. I go to him. He's phenomenal. He's really helped me out, just competitively and physically. So, am I wearing the hat? Oh no, I was wearing the hat all last night. I was rapping. Muscle activation or body activation.
Our place is called body activation, and the stuff that we do to figure out how your body works is called muscle activation techniques, and that sets up how you actually train your body to get better at the skills that maybe you can't even attain right now. Because what we believe is that your only limitation to your skill is like your physical inabilities. So if you can find out the ranges of motion and strength that you don't have, you may be able to acquire a whole bunch of skill that you didn't even know that you could get to.
When he says skill, you don't need to be an athlete. He helps everyone. Mm-hmm. Everyone. Maybe your skill is I want to walk up the stairs without pain.
Maybe it's lifting your arm.
Maybe it's
that's like me with my knees.
That's like me with my knees. Anyways, 25 minutes for episode 25.
Perfect.
We'll call it a day.
And next time we'll do something with Keith. Awesome. Take care, everyone. Thank you.
See you.